Welcome back. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Blue Jays victorious over the Northwest Classen Knights by a final score of 40-0 on a cold, chilly, rainy Friday night. Homecoming 2019. Blue Jays pile up 327 yards of total offense, holding Northwest Classen to just 50 yards of offense. Time now to go down on the field for the F&M Bank on-field interview with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beeby. Let's go downstairs with Parker Burnett.
Guys, I'm down here with Guthrie head coach Kelly Beeby. Coach, is a great win. Come out and get a running clock in the second half. Got a lot of distractions tonight with the weather and homecoming, but got to be happy with the way you guys came out and played tonight.
Yeah, we went out yesterday and conditions were much worse yesterday. As far as the heavy rain we had in the north wind, I think it was 34 or 36 degree wind chill, and the boys handled it real well. And they got out here tonight and said, "Coach, it's much better today than it was yesterday." I said, "I know that. That's why we went out." And I want to say, first of all, appreciate the fans that came out tonight. Just a drizzly night. Hate that for our homecoming crowd, which is normally just standing room only. Glad the boys came out and performed tonight. We needed to win. We've talked about it. We needed to win, and I felt like we executed a little bit. I felt like we blocked where we were supposed to block, and we ran hard. And of course, we mishandled the ball a time or two. But Northwest Classen, Coach Vandersijpen, he returned 10 starters on offense, and he's kept his staff together for 2 full years, which down there is very difficult to do. And they had a pretty good ball club. I mean, they had 3 or 4 really nice athletes and a little bit of scheme. So I was pleased for us to go out and perform the way we did. That bunch has moved the ball pretty successfully on everybody we watched them with at times. So we were fairly dominant in that regard, as I expected us to be. But then again, we had to go out and prove it. The kids got a big jolt of energy right here, and of course we're going to need that as we take on Bishop, who's awfully tough football team next week. Yeah,
Bishop McGinnis taking it to Piedmont right now, 29-7. And just real quick on Northwest Classen, Coach, they are great athletes. It just seems like they get some bad luck because now they can bump up to 6A2 next year. But as you said earlier, more athletes, good-looking athletes, and they got some momentum. Yes, the wins aren't there, but you can kind of see it building. And just unfortunately, 6A2 comes up next year.
Yeah, and I don't know what school they're going to add to them. If they add in the right school, that may be where they get enough kids to be competitive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But Coach V down there does a good job with those kids, and we always have great respect for those Oklahoma City public school teams and those kids that come out and play, for them. And just like today, their bus was 40 minutes late. Yeah. Just picking them up. Chap called me and said, where's Northwest at? So I called Coach V, and he said, we're on Pine Street, Coach. We'll be there. So anyway, just great for our kids. And I feel like we've had a good week of practice. Again, consider the opponent, but we executed well. And we got to continue to improve. I mean, obviously, over the next couple weeks and try to finish this thing off on a high note.
Coach, you're talking about going to McGinnis next week. Obviously, it's good to have McGinnis after this kind of win tonight. But talk a little bit about McGinnis. Tell us a little bit about what your thoughts are and what you see ahead.
Well, first of all, they're extremely intelligent kids, and schematically they can do a lot of things because of their aptitude, and they have a couple of just really outstanding players. They got the OU commit, and then the TCU commit, Nick, that seems like he's been in high school for 8-9 years, and they're tremendous players and tremendous kids. And they're a physical football team. They pride themselves on playing great defense and running the ball. So, when you attack an animal like that, first thing you think about is keeping the ball away from them as much as you can, with your offense. And then they're going to make you defend the whole field and create one-on-one matchups for Nick and their quarterback as a junior has really developed as a runner and a thrower. They're a complete football team. They've got an outstanding kicker. He's a touchback guy every time. So they have great field position aspects. So again, it's going to be a challenge for us. Our kids are excited about it. We had a real war with them last year. 28-20 on this field right here. So we'll go down there with a good plan and execute it as to the best of our ability and see what happens.
final thoughts here as the rain picks up again, Coach. I thought the crowd was outstanding. I thought they would leave at halftime, but they stood the entire time here. Obviously, the alumni didn't make it out tonight, as we saw on the far side, but the home side fans stayed until the very end. I thought that was pretty cool.
I did too. That was I think that's one of one of the things I was very, very pleased about. And at 6:35, it was. I think it was me and the coaches and the team and you three guys. But no, we have great fans here, great support. We're working as hard as we can to put the best product we can on the field, and we'll continue to do that daily.
Coach, get in the locker room. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Head Coach Kelly Beeby on the F&M Bank on-field interviews as the Blue Jays win it tonight by a final score 40-0.